comme prévu, on commence avec Giacomo Vrioni que vous voyez à l'instant. On va poursuivre avec le Donadel ensuite. Et on va terminer ce matin avec Marco Donadel.
Tired face. Bonjour, bonjour.
Ça va bien?
Ça va muy bien. No, très bien. Spanish, French, English.
Thanks for doing this today. There's a question to start from Jean-François.
Hi, Giacomo. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Congrats on your goal last Wednesday and
Thank you.
on the win also. And congrats on you being a father. I saw that you had your first child, I think.
Yes.
Saturday.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
3 weeks ago. Okay.
Yeah.
So how sweet was that goal, knowing that it was your first with your new club, and also after the birth of your child?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
How happy are you that you scored?
Okay.
It was your first with the club and after your first child.
Yeah, happy, honestly. But more than the goal, more for the win, to pass the first round of the cup, because it's one of our objective, yeah, of the season. And but the thing that I like it is that we react from the 1-0, we react from the 2-1, and then on the penalty we prepared also that. Joe did an amazing job. He didn't let me shoot the last one, but it's okay. The important is that we win. And about the kid, happy. I think is the most beautiful thing that can happen in the life, and nothing. I came after I went to play against Charlotte the same day. I didn't sleep, but I went to play because I was feeling that I was going to score for him, but I couldn't. But it's okay. Now tomorrow is going to come again to the stadium, and hopefully we can do that.
Yes, Grigoriadis.
Merci, Pat. Hi, Giacomo. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, you too.
I was wondering, so you've been on the sideline for most of the season, and it must have been very frustrating watching the team struggle to score goals like that. What have you seen from the rest of the strikers that you're looking at going, okay, this can be improved, and what about the striker core do you think that, they're able to create chances and play well, but not that final touch?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
We were watching from the sidelines a lot because of your injuries, unfortunately. Yeah. But what were you able to see from, creating the chances and playing well, but not having the final touch?
But I think we were missing the final third, and when you say the final third, I think it's everything. It's the last pass, it's the last touch, it's the last shot, and I think we were missing them because we always controlled our game. So it was frustrating always, obviously being outside, but yeah, now we are working on that, obviously, and I think if you dedicate yourself every day and you work hard in the training, the things are gonna come in the game. But like as I always say to everybody, if you don't do that in the training every single day, you take everything with urgency, with dedication, and if you take that, you can do it also in the game. So this is what we have to do every single game.
Next question, Maxime Truman.
Hi, Giacomo. Thanks for doing this morning.
Hi.
We saw in your 2 appearances that having a goal-scoring forward can make all the difference in this league. Simple question that many fans are asking right now is, are you fully healthy now? And are you healthy enough to start tomorrow's game?
I don't know. You have to ask. I'm not the coach, so I don't decide that. The only thing is that I feel good. We feel good after the win. That this is the most important thing. And then who is going to start? I'm not going to decide that. But we are focused about tomorrow. This is the only thing.
Antonin Besner.
Good morning, Giacomo.
Good morning.
My question is a bit in the same vein. Pretty sure you're not 100% physically right now. Where would you say you are health-wise?
Sorry?
I'm pretty sure you're not 100% physically right now with the injury and all of that. You know how many minutes you think you can play? Where are you health-wise? How are you feeling?
I don't know. It's I don't decide that, so I don't know what can I tell you. The coach is going to decide what is going to be the best for the team tomorrow to try to win the game. This is the only thing. I'm not a physio. I'm not the coach, so I cannot decide. I cannot decide. The only thing that I can say that I'm training and I feel good, and this is the most important thing. You know.
Right, then I have a second question. You know, there was a change of coach during the season with Marco Donadel now. You know, what's your relationship with him, and what does he ask of you as a player?
Well, the relation is always professional. Obviously, it's more easy to understand each other because of the language, and nothing is going to ask his principle with everyone, with me or whatever, with the defender. It's just following his principle that I think we are doing a pretty good job. We can grow up on this, of course, always. Even when we are going to achieve the 100%, we are going to do always. We are going to try always to do better and better, and yeah, that's it.
Another one from Jean-François.
Giacomo, you know, the start of the season was really tough for the team. Now with this win on Wednesday, do you still feel like you have enough time during the season to do something good, to maybe, you know, get up in the rankings and maybe do something at the end of the season?
Of course, this is our goal. Because, as we said, if last season was a playoff, the first round, this year we are trying to obviously to go straight there, you know. And we didn't start well, this of course, but the beautiful of this sport that every week you have the opportunity to show up, you know. And this is what we are going to try tomorrow to do against Philly. Of course, the win of Wednesday give us more energy, even if we had a lot during also the past weeks, honestly. And yeah, now we can wait about tomorrow to try to turn the things around at home with our fans.
And I think we have one last question for you, Giacomo. Elias.
Yes.
Merci, Pat. Hi, Giacomo.
Hi.
Like you said, Philly's one of the best defenses in MLS, and you know they have this almost supply line of strong defenders. As an attacker, what are you looking at on this Philly team to say, okay, these are good matchups, these are bad matchups, and where do you think you guys can have the most success against them?
We'll see. Now we're going to watch the video, and we'll see what the coach is going to ask us to do to try to make a good game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye. Merci. Bye bye.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Anthony, with the first question for you this morning.
Hi, good morning, Dante. Can you put into words the relief of getting a result finally on Wednesday and what it can do for the club going forward?
Yeah, you know, obviously it was a great feeling. You know, finally, you know, breaking through, getting that win. And, you know, I feel like that gave us a real, you know, confidence boost and a real, you know, belief, you know, going forward. And you know, I've zero doubt, you know, this team will continue to work hard and never give up, you know. So it was a good step.
Anthony Besner.
I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Jean-François Teotonio.
Hi, Dante. We just spoke with Giacomo. He seems like a guy that brings a lot of good energy, you know,
Yeah.
positive energy
Yeah.
in the locker room. And so what is his impact on the team in that way? And his skills on the pitch maybe can help you get on the right track for the rest of the season?
Yeah, Giacomo, of course, you seen the finish in the game, of course. You know, he's a goal scorer. Yeah, he's a guy that, you know, has a very positive attitude on the field. You know, he works hard. And I feel like, you know, those things will help us a lot, you know, in these coming games to get back on track.
Yes.
Let's see, Dante.
Hi.
You know, it looked like you guys were maybe overthinking your attack, especially when it got to the last 3 games without a goal.
Yeah.
The 2 goals against Toronto were just chances that first time finish. You guys snapped at it.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's going to help you guys kind of just get the monkey off your back and start overthinking a bit less when it comes to being in front of goal.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we scored two really good goals. So I think we got this win. We got a couple goals, and I think I feel like that will help us in these coming games. Having this confidence and having this belief. So yeah, I feel like this it will change.
We have another question this morning. No more questions? Going once. All right. Okay. Thank you, Donadel.
Thank you.
Bonjour.
On a une première question pour toi aujourd'hui de Jean-François Donadel.
Bonjour Marco.
Bonjour.
Mercredi soir, après le match, tu nous as dit que tu étais calme pendant les pénaltys, mais on a vu ta réaction sur les réseaux sociaux où tu célèbres quand même très fort. Tu semblais vraiment content, évidemment. À quel point ça vous a fait du bien, cette victoire, après ces longues semaines sans gagner?
Non, oui. Nous avons, comme j'ai déjà dit, nous avions besoin de cette énergie positive pour continuer notre processus. J'ai été sûr que en Toronto, nous pouvons faire un grand match et nous avons montré ça. Et cette énergie est importante pour nous pour continuer à améliorer parce que les joueurs poussent tous les jours. Et quand nous poussons, nous avons besoin de voir, de toucher le prix, non? De toucher quelque chose. Parce que c'est difficile de pousser, jouer bien et pas de résultats. Et aussi, en Toronto, est une étape de notre histoire, de mon histoire aussi. Et ça est important. Cette semaine était aussi importante pour voir tous les joueurs. Et nous n'avons pas des joueurs des titulaires ou des réserves, comme je peux dire, avec les mêmes caractéristiques. Pour nous, c'est important de montrer, ou pour leur, c'est très important de montrer pendant le match leurs caractéristiques. Et mon travail a été aussi de faire de cette variété, diversité, une arme et not seulement une faiblesse. Je pense que nous ne pouvons pas avoir maintenant une équipe avec titulaire et réserve, avec 11 joueurs incroyables. Nous avons un groupe incroyable de joueurs qui poussent tous les jours. Et dans cette étape, et mon travail est tous les matchs prouver d'avoir cette diversité comme une arme et sans perdre notre identité. Parce que je pense que tout le monde peut voir que le Montréal a maintenant une identité. Nous attaquons tous les matchs et nous avons aussi une bonne solidité défensive. Et nous voulons attaquer tous les matchs avec différents joueurs. Et cette semaine, pour moi, a été, j'espère aussi, avec les matchs de demain, très important pour voir tous les joueurs, pour avoir une amélioration physique aussi et tactique, parce que maintenant nous pouvons attaquer avec beaucoup de joueurs, nous pouvons défendre marquant l'homme, nous pouvons défendre un petit peu bas et nous sommes améliorés tactiquement et physiquement et nous avons beaucoup de joueurs qui peuvent jouer tous les matchs, 90 minutes. Et pour moi, c'est une amélioration en général. Et comme j'ai déjà dit, nous travaillons pour améliorer maintenant, nous pour faire quelque chose de différent.
Elias.
Okay, bye.
I just have one quick question to start. Giacomo didn't want to answer us if he was ready to start, but according to you and your staff, is he ready to start on Saturday?
C'est la même chose. Giacomo est un joueur qui vient d'une longue blessure. He start to play against Charlotte 26 minutes exactly with the overtime, and in Toronto he played 35. So we need to respect the process of the guy after a long injury that was more or less a pubalgia, something that he needed to fix since a long time, and we knew it. And right now he had this little problem on the knee, but he wanted to be with us so hard. So the attitude of Giacomo is incredible. But now we need to respect also his process, his story in the last 5 months. So he played a total of 50 minutes in the last 5 months. So we cannot, because we need him, put him in danger to stay out again. So this is our job, me and the medical staff, to understand how to manage Giacomo for the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, to have him then ready like the other, the more minutes that we can. So it's all about having him on the field at the right moment to help the team without put him in danger. But yes, he's ready to play more minutes.
Salut Marco, merci de prendre le temps. Je te le répète, si tu veux répondre en anglais, j'ai aucun problème. Je suis juste en français. Hier à l'entraînement, Inadi Sinchuk et Caden Clark n'étaient pas là. Est-ce que tu as quelque chose à nous dire sur leur absence, s'il vous plaît?
Oh, so yesterday was the day after of a game. Usually, just to have also the starter on the field, just to regen, just to try to clean the fatigue, the load of the game. So Clark and Jena, they had a hit during the game, during the first half. Jena, it's a bit more painful, so probably we need also some exam. I don't think he can be on the game tomorrow, because today he cannot play, he cannot train. So usually when you cannot train the day before, for us it's very difficult not to have only the first try during the game, because if he enter and then he has pain, it's a subs for nothing. But Clark is with us today, so he wants to be in the training, so it's okay.
Merci, bon matin Marco.
Bon matin.
Tu as parlé donc que cette semaine, c'était important pour toi de voir tous tes joueurs, de donner la chance un petit peu à tout le monde de jouer. On a vu les deux gardiens de but. Est-ce que c'est un peu la même chose? Est-ce que tu veux évaluer tes gardiens pour voir qu'est-ce qu'ils peuvent te donner? Ou est-ce que c'était simplement que tu voulais donner du repos à ces voix en vue du championnat canadien? C'est quoi la mentalité dans la décision avec les gardiens?
I don't know. I mean, there is no a great plan behind this. Sometimes also the two, Seba and Joe, they have different characteristics. So sometimes a game is more adapt for one or for the other. But in general, I don't like to say, like I said already, I don't like to say you play Canadian, you play here, you play there. We know that we are going through a period where we play every 3 days, every 4 days, many games. In July, in May is incredible how many games we play. So now having Seba on the field, because for the keeper it's not like the other players that they can play 20 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and all this stuff. So a keeper cannot play fullback, So sometimes it's important for them to have the sensation of a real game, to be ready if we need him. And I trust both of them. And in the future, Seba and Joe can play different game, not Canadian Cup or League. It depends on the game. I have two important and keeper that I trust. So there's no really a plan behind this.
Yes.
Corey, I wanted to ask you about Tom because we've seen him a lot more as a winger now instead of a fullback. What have you seen from that change? What do you like, and is that where he's going to be playing from now on?
Yeah, it's a good question, but I always say, and I said already, I don't really think that the position is important. So he can start when the ball is, at the beginning of the action, winger, but then he can move. He can come a bit lower as a fullback. He can play as a fullback, and sometimes we need a double width, so he can play as a winger. Sometimes we need just one. For example, the first half, Luca played very, very high compared to usual in Toronto. It was kind of a winger, and so it depends on where is the space. We try to find a solution, studying the opponent, and we don't adapt much because more or less we play in the same way on ball. But sometimes we know that Tom is a good weapon as a winger for the cross to come in with the right is good, with the left, with the right. But sometimes he will play as a fullback. So also like the keeper, there's not a plan behind. It's just, like I said, with our players. So Tom is different than Luca, and Luca is different than David in the other side. That is different than Joe. So I need to find solution every time without losing our identity, without losing our approach of the game that we want to attack. So for sure, when Tom will be fullback, it's because we want to attack more on that side. No, it's obvious. It's much more offensive than other fullback. No.
Il y a une autre main levée, une dernière, je pense, Jean-François.
Hi Marco, you said that you like the diversity of your team, and you have a lot of attackers. Sunusi Ibrahim wasn't there in Toronto and doesn't play a lot in the MLS. What does he need to do to get on the pitch with you?
But like the other, like I said, I have a diversity, yes. I have a different characteristic, and Sunu has different characteristics than the others. And there is the field during the week where they can show their characteristic, they can be ready for the game, and because they are 26, total 27, and the rule in this league is to have 20 players in the field on the bench, and every time I have to take my decision, watching the opponents and watching their performance during the training. There's nothing special behind this, and I didn't say that I like the diversity of the player. I said that we have the diversity, and my job is to use it, not just to clarify, sorry.
Je ne pense pas qu'il y ait d'autres questions ce matin. Non, merci Marco, merci.
Thank you.